This Airsoft GI TV episode is brought to you in part by G&G Armament, Condor Outdoor, and Echo One USA.
What's up, GI TV? My name is Tim. This is going to be the last episode in the series covering Operation Irene that happened 2 weeks ago. Per your requests, we're going to cover the gear that I wore as well as the guns that I was able to use at OP Irene. We're also going to take a look at the night footage that I captured from the night game. Now, because it's nighttime, the sun's not out and there's not very much light, so what I did with the night footage is I just tried to group all of the explosions, the flying RPGs, and all the cool stuff that happened during the night game, because the night game is where they pull out all of the pyrotechnics. Well, not all of them, most of the pyrotechnics. I won't be able to give you a chronology of how the game went like in the previous videos, but you'll get a good sense of what happened at Operation Irene during the night game. So, let's get started. First of all, the gun that I was using in the first game video at Anaconda, this is a G&G SPR. This actually is not my gun. It belongs to my friend Gene. He let me borrow it. He's the head tech over at G&G. He built this thing to be an awesome outdoor gun. It has a lightweight plastic body, SPR front end, and a full stock to house a large battery so I can play all day without having to reload. This is a replica Mark IV scope with a LaRue mount on it. I was really glad Gene let me borrow this gun because this thing has some incredible range and it's extremely accurate from a long way out. When I moved indoors at Irene, it would have been nice to have a shorter gun, but for like 90% of the engagements that I was in, this gun came in really handy. I was really glad he let me use that. I brought 3 guns to OP Irene. When you go to a big op like that, you always want to have a backup and a backup to your backup. This is the gun I used during the night game. This is my Echo One Platinum M4. It's completely stock save for the rail system that I put on it. I actually just took this rail off of another gun that I had at home so I can mount my flashlight, PEC box, and a Comp M4 on it. Pretty standard gun. I mean, I haven't really done anything to it. Like I said, it's completely stock. I was glad I was able to fit this rail system on so I could fit my flashlight on, because at night, this 700 lumen turbo head came in really handy on my M900. Speaking of the night game, oh shoot, gotta go over my rig. Nothing really fancy about this, just an HSS chest rig. Okay, it holds 8 magazines and it has MOLLE on the front of it, so I was able to add more magazine pouches. I was carrying a total of 12 magazines at Operation Irene or Operation Lion Claw's Military Simulation Series games. You can't have any high caps, so 12 mid caps. I have my dump pouch over here on the left hand side. I was wearing another dump pouch on a rigger's belt that I was wearing, but I don't have that on me now. I was carrying more magazines than I normally do. The only other piece of gear that I had on was my Maxpedition backpack. I don't know what model it is because it was a gift given to me from a friend. It was a good thing I had that too, because I had extra water back there, extra BBs, you know, supplies that I didn't want to have to go back to the car for. I carried in there. Other than that, my getup just included Airsoft GI hat, some revision goggles. I was wearing my TAD jacket, but I did take that off because it did get kind of warm later on in the day, especially after running around so much. Pair of jeans and some hiking shoes. Pretty simple Freedom Fighters loadout. Now I know that my guns certainly don't look like a Freedom Fighter's guns, but you know, I was able to jump a PMC or whoever was walking by and steal his stuff. That's why I look so well prepared for a Freedom Fighter. But anyway, there's really nothing special about my gear. Let's take a look at the night footage.
Got him. He's down. There you go. Loading. Whoa. Jesus. Awesome. Wow, that was ballsy.
Isn't that where that guy was? Jeez.
What's up, GITV? This is just a quick reminder to always have fun when you're playing Airsoft, but be safe, use common sense, and follow the law. Do not take your Airsoft guns out in public, especially not to school. You don't want to be the one that gets Airsoft banned for everybody, now do you?
Oh, penis. Oh, right in the right in the penis. Oh, sucks. No, it's not your fault. It was me. Oh, that was you? No, it wasn't me. Oh, I was just saying you're a whore. Oh, man.
Are you dead?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, breathe. You gotta wear a cup? Wear a cup protector and a sock in it, dude. Oh my god, that's the first time I've shot in the penis. Oh.
Oh my god, I gotta get that on camera.
Oh, God. Oh man, it hurts more. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I just got shot in the groin in the tip 3 times. Not the happiest thing ever. It's worth it to come out here, but I'm not as happy as I was about 30 seconds ago. Oh.
Well, I've been dead about 3 minutes longer than you have. So I'm about ready to regen, and you need to sit down, it looks like.
I'm gonna shoot you, Tim.
Don't do it. Don't shoot me in the... I feel your pain, kinda.
Yeah.
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 He got shot in the...
3 times. Okay. Oh, it's so funny. He got shot in the penis. Oh. So cool. I'll get you back, Tim.
Yeah, I know.
I was pretty happy though, because
You happy you got shot in the...
I got one over there.
It's so cold. It's so cold. I miss California. And we were out here yesterday at 2 p.m. and the sun was out. It was still like 50 degrees. It's like the sun doesn't work in this area or something. I don't know. All right, just to document what is happening thus far. The first game on Saturday is over. The sun's out, but it's still not very warm. It doesn't get real warm around these parts.
So just to be clear, these are Modern Warfare 2 night vision goggles that came with the collector's edition of the game.
They make it hard for my hat to fit.
Unfortunately, they are complicated to operate with the pancake hat outfit. But I think overall...
I have no depth perception.
Death perception?
Depth.
You have
Depth.
the concept of death?
Excuse me, sir.
Stealth mode. Attack mode. I'll do it to you.
Airsoft GITV would like to thank our sponsors, G4 Airsoft, Sistema, and Mad Bull Airsoft.